Hello, my name is Pavel Martinov and I welcome you on my YouTube channel. Today in this video, we will speak about such important topic as attack in chess. We will define some statements and some principles of attack, and we will see some real nice examples and discuss this topic, the attack in chess. So let's start with the first example, the game between Karpov and Topalov, where Karpov, who played white, really smashed with attack his opponent. Let's see how it was. So here black played g6. It's just like a wasting of a time because black are doing nothing and white they have advantage in developing, and we will see that it's really important. Queen e2. The idea of white is to castle another side from black and start an attack on the king side with the pawns to open lines for the pieces and have a checkmate attack. So let's see how it was. Bishop g7, c3. Right now we can see that the center of white is really okay and under defense. So they're quite ready to turn to the king side. They just need to finish the development by long side castle. Knight e6, d5, e5. White wants to close the center with a great pleasure here, just because we know that you can move to the flank with the attack only if you have a nice position in the center. And here the center is closed, so white are ready to go with the h pawn or g pawn to start an attack on the king side. Let's see how it was. b6. Another one wasting of time, is too slow for this position. Even b5 was better. Black wants to sacrifice a pawn to open the lines, and for example after take bishop d7, black have some counterplay on the b line after they want to remove the knight from a5 to c4, maybe somewhere play c5 to open even a c file after the exchange on d4 square, and with these open lines they can create some attack. Actually it's a normal price for the pawn, because b6, like it was in the game, is really too slow. So when you see that your opponent wants to start an attack, make sure you will have a counterplay for this way, just because we will see in the game other side white just had a strong attack and black played without any idea. I mean, they don't have a counterplay in general. So let's see how it was. h4, white wants to play h5 and start an attack. h6, rook g1. So first of all, we want to bring the rook from d1 because we will need our rook on h1 to support an attack. And as well, please don't play such moves like h5, because after g5 is really quite hard to unlock the position of black on the king side. Their pawns are really good here, so white wants to prepare g4 this way and open the position. Let's see how it was. Knight e7, g4, f4. So if black will play c5, white can, for instance, open the g line and have a real possibility to create a strong attack on the open g file, and we can see the real big difference between the king's position. So the black king is weak and white king is 100% under defense. So f4, and right now white are ready to h5, g5. We can see that the position is quite locked, but little combination serves for this general strategy of attack. White are ready to sacrifice a piece to unlock the king position and start a smash attack. Knight f3, putting the last one piece to the game, so all white pieces are ready to go forward to create an attack. Black played c5, takes on g5. We can see that the black position is really hard. It's hard to suggest even something for them how to play here, because white pieces are too strong, and as well they have a too strong pawn, so they can push them up somewhere, and the king position is really too weak here. So just I think because it's a blitz game, black made a final blunder. They took on d4 And it's not hard to find that after bishop h7 they received a checkmate. So in this game, white was ready to unlock the position of the king. They made the castle to another side is a real tool. I mean, after with the in the positions with different castles, it's more chances to create an attack because you don't need to push the pawns from your king position. So, and white brought all the pieces to the game, to the attack, and they smashed black in general. So it was a quite nice example of a quick attack. So let's move to another one example. Here in this position we can see that white are clearly better because they have king in more safe position than black king, and this actually is really quite dangerous. I mean, the queen is looking to the king and white wants to open the position with c4 somewhere, but c4 immediately is not that good because black can play knight b4 and start to defend the d5 square and play c6 after. That's why first of all white played b4. The idea is that I want to play b5, winning the piece on c6 or a6, and after takes I'm playing c4 here, and there's no more empty b4 square. So for black it's really hard now to defend the position because I will open the c file and I will open this diagonal, and we can see that as well black queen is out of the game. So, and actually all pieces or black are not mobilized, so they don't have a connection between each other, but white pieces are really ready to attack. So if for instance black will take on c4, I can take on c4, and we can see that this pin is really very dangerous. Maybe I will play knight d6 next move, and the king position is really weak, and white rook and queen are really ready to smash this position. So that's why black played here. They want to sacrifice material but save the king position. Let's see how it was in the game after. Knight c4, it's a mistake, and after this black losing quite immediately. Take, check to bring again queen to have a pressure on the king. c6, knight d4, c6 under attack right now. Rook c8, rook d1. White actually wants to prepare a final sacrifice. They want to take on c6 and push the rook to d7 to create a checkmate attack. So they want to find a way for a king position from the d file, just because we can see that the rook on h7 is really out of the game right now. So g5 was played, knight c6. Now we can't play rook c6 because of rook d7, and we will take on c6 with a soon checkmate and a huge material advantage for white. So black played g4. They wanted to move out this queen from this dangerous diagonal. Check, double check actually here, and after this one move black resigned just because they are losing lots of material, and it's absolutely totally winning position for white. So in this game we saw that black lost connection between their pieces, and they had a king in a dangerous position, and white just opened the files in the right way and started a smash attack to the king position. So let's move to the last example in this video. In this position white played rook h4, a really nice move, just because we see that the center is quite close, and white wants to bring a rook to f4 to start an attack on the king side, and at the same time it's really hard for black to endure this resistance between rook and queen. So that's why they played c4 and close the center. Rook f4. White wants to play g4 and g5 so they can move their attack to the king side because the center is closed and they have a clear game here. So g4, and black made a mistake. They played a g5 by their own. Better was to play rook f8 and follow with the castle, because never play on the side where you're really weaker than your opponent. So it's like a kind of one of the general chess rules. And here we can see how white continued and what was the price for this mistake for black. So here, rook f6. Now we can see that black created a weakness on g6 and the weakness on e6 by their own, and the rook was really active this way. So black played knight g8. Seems that white will lose rook. They can't move away because of a g5. So, but not everything is so clear. They took on g6 here, and they're ready to sacrifice it. So we can see that the king position is really quite weak, and black lost too much tempos for this. And white wants to open the position to start an attack, and they're really ready to sacrifice the rook. So here, knight g8. Seems that black will take on f6 next move, and everything is okay with their position, but it's not that true. I mean, like g5 white played. So black needs to take on g5. Otherwise, these pawns can be really dangerous. And after this, f7, another sacrifice. White wants to totally open the position of the king, and actually white wants black king to stay in the center, because for example, even after this move, black can't immediately castle because of the f7, and they're losing some material, but they can play here, and after they will replace a knight to f7 and go with a long castle and save the position and bring their king to the safety place. So that's why white played immediately f7, takes, check. We can see that this knight is really brilliant in the center, and after here played on g5. So now the king is in the center, and it's really hard to do something with white attack. Black pieces are really passive, and white wants to bring the queen on f3, following with queen f7 with some treatments for a checkmate. So let's see how it was in the game. Here, rook h7, the only one defense of the f7 square. King d2. The king is under save here because of the pawns, and as well, this king will defend the c2 pawn. So black queen can't take on c2 and go for a game and connect to the king side. So b5. Black wants to create some counterplay to push b4 somewhere, but it's really too late to make it. Here in the game, white played bishop h3. It's a mistake because after bishop g2, they could win actually. They want to go with rook to h1, and after this we can see that we want to force this rook to exchange, and the f7 square will be too weak, and the position is really winning for white. So for instance, b4, rook h1, and after they will take on c3, we just need to keep calm and play king to d1. And our king is under save here. It's no more treatments to him. Takes, rook b8, trying to create some counterplay, but actually it's really too late. We won't give black chance to play rook b1 following queen c2 with attack to white king. We will create our attack, and this position is totally winning for white because they getting extra material, and this really winning. So that's why we saw in this game that black played on the side where they're weaker than the opponent, and that was a huge mistake. And for attack, white they was ready to make a sacrifice, and after this sacrifice, white opened the position. The king of black lost the right to castle, and we saw the kind of a smash attack to the black king. So in this video we saw some examples, and we defined some rules of attack and principles of attack. Of course, it's a long topic and you need to learn it deeper. If you want to learn it with me, subscribe to my YouTube channel and visit my website PavelChess.com to work with me on chess. Love chess and have a good day.